Hey everyone, we're going to take a ride down the shore today, down to do the Aspotogan loop. First kind of solo ride I've done on the new bike, as you can see here. Looking forward to getting a little bit of twisties, a little bit of straight roads with some good speed, and just talking a little bit about the bike. Also got new helmet set up, so talk about that a little bit too, and hopefully everything I've done in terms of the communications and the GoPro and all the audio will work out. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go. This took a little while to get set. I spent probably an hour this morning trying to rig up the helmet with the Cardo, and then decided I may as well put the chin mount on and try to get the GoPro working today. All in all, you know, I had some pretty good success, I think, getting this set up. A couple of things to adjust to. One is that this is a modular helmet, so running the boom mic for the Cardo is a little bit tricky. Although they do have a boom mic channel in the helmet, so I think the cords were long enough. I hear that some others have had some challenges with this particular helmet and Cardo, the cords not being quite long enough to run around the back of the helmet and into the channel. Anyway, I think it's good. Then I put the chin mount on. Okay, so we're gassed up, and thinking about being on the bike for a couple of hours here, and the pain that I was feeling, I guess discomfort, I guess is a better word, that I was feeling just where the speakers are, sort of had me trying to fix that at the gas station. So I reached in trying to make a little adjustment and realized that I had put the speakers on top of the little styrofoam pad. I don't know what they are, they're just little styrofoam bits that would, I guess, represent where your speakers go in your helmet. So maybe if you had thinner speakers, that would help them get closer to your ears or something like that. Anyway, took those out, replaced the speakers, and feeling much more comfortable now. Still having this issue with the microphone for the GoPro, but I think I can get just a little alligator clip and that should take care of it. Just clip it onto the inside cheek pad. This being a modular, it obviously has to go into the portion that does not lift up. And the other thing I've realized is I have to plug all the stuff in after I get the helmet on. If I'm putting the helmet on when it's in its modular form, you know, with the chin lifted up. Anyway, now we're on a pretty fantastic piece of pavement here, and it's wonderful. I'm not sure how good the audio is here, and it's probably not all that fun to watch me drive on a highway, but here we are. Anyway, it's maybe a good time to talk just a little bit about the difference between the 07 Street Glide and this one, which is a 2021 Road Glide Limited. Obviously, the fairing being the biggest, I guess, biggest body difference. Frames are more or less the same. This has, you know, quite a few other features. It's got the queen seat and the infotainment system, and it's air cooled in the front there, so it does have lowers, which probably keep things a little bit warm on a day like today, which may not be the best, but not the worst either. I mean, going pretty fast on the highway. I don't know what the temperature is, 25, 26 Celsius, something like that. Not bad. I do find this fairing is quite nice. I don't know the degree to which I think it's a better fairing in the wind on the highway, but it certainly does make the bike seem a little bit more nimble. I think the weight of this bike is a little misleading, or gives me a little bit of confusion in terms of what's more maneuverable. I think at its core, this Road Glide should be more maneuverable because of the frame mounted fairing, but you know, it's got 100 pounds on my other bike, and I did throw a leg over the other bike just yesterday or the day before, and just tremendously maneuverable in terms of weight, you know, weight alone. So I pulled off the highway here because this is kind of the start of the nice twisty roads once you get out to the coast. I've definitely taken you guys and the GoPro down this way in the past. This is down St. Margaret's Bay Road. Turns into this coastal road here, which is, it's quite nice, and you know, good access to the ocean if you want to swim or do other kinds of things. Hopefully I've got the GoPro aimed well enough that you guys can get a look at what's going on. If not, you know, trial and error. We try to make it a little bit better every time. I'm a little out of the loop. I haven't made too many videos in the last couple of years. I think I did one when the other bike hit 100,000 kilometers. Well, the bike hit that. I didn't hit 100,000, but the bike did. That was a fun run. I did put quite a few kilometers on the bike last year. Quite a few for me anyway. Lots of people up on Queensland Beach today. Parking lot must be full. But what a day. Just entering Hubbard's, Nova Scotia here. Nice little marina there. Lots of personal sailboats, watercraft. Just past Hubbard's here. I may even be in Hubbard's. Is the loop that is in my sights today, the Aspotogan Peninsula. There's quite a few loops out where I live. One that I live right on, and one that it goes out to Peggy's Cove, and then there's this Aspotogan, which looks like one of the entrances is closed off for construction, so hopefully the other one isn't. I hadn't heard that it was closed off for construction, so let's hope that everything's open and in decent shape. There's a little food truck up here too, I think, unless I missed it back there. Oh, I think it was back there. Anyway, there's another food truck from the same owner, same company that has one up at a beach up this way. I wonder if the two entrances that they have for the Aspotogan Loop, one is in and one is out. That's gotta be it, because I didn't see any other lane control. Looks like they're putting in new curbs. This is very popular for cyclists as well, so soon they'll have some biker friendly infrastructure. Cyclist friendly, that is. Yeah, I think that's what they've got here. They've got one lane coming in, one lane going out. Regardless, we will not be exiting there. We'll be exiting at the other end of this peninsula, so yeah. So this is a lovely little place to sail, or learn to sail. I've done quite a bit of sailing in this part myself. This is where I guess where I learned to sail and read charts and all of that. I don't even know whether people still read charts when they sail or whether they just rely on GPS and depth sounders and all of that kind of stuff. regardless, also a great place for a shortish ride. You know, you can do this ride and get back to Halifax in 2.5, 3 hours, depending on whether you want to stick to the curvy roads or take the direct route down the highway, and of course how long you want to stop for a rest. Here's another little beach. I don't think I've ever been on that beach. Water looks nice. So here we're coming up on Bayswater Beach. It's a nice, like, wide beach here. Uh-oh, poor birdie. If that's a bird. Nice wide beach here. Long, I don't know what the word is. Yeah, it's a good beach for spending a day. The water's pretty shallow, so it stays pretty warm. Warms up pretty quick. But I think I'll stop and get something to drink. Stretch my legs. There's the beach, if you can see it. Yeah. It's cute. There's the little canteen there. So I think I'll pull in here.
A few moments later.
Okay, well, that was Bayswater. That was a little break. Didn't go check out the beach, too tempting. And actually I didn't get anything at the little canteen because they didn't have a hot dog. I thought, you know what, I'm in the mood for a hot dog. Some bikes did show up over there. They look like they're getting some shade. But I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hit the road again, catch some more twisty roads, and make a little more content. I did take a minute to try and rejig the pairing systems here. I'm not having a lot of luck with connecting, you know, the Cardo to the bike and the bike to the phone. Actually, I can't remember how that works. I think it's the Cardo to the bike and the Cardo to the phone, and then in that way I should be able to, you know, continue to take phone calls and stuff like that. With this infotainment system on the 2021 Road Glide, it's the boombox audio. I think it's the same unit from 2020 up to 2024 or something like that. It's pretty good. It's got Apple CarPlay and all of that, but it still has the proprietary headset. So if you accept a call or make a call through the bike, through the infotainment system, you can't take it in your helmet. and obviously you can't take it out loud on the bike. That would be pretty wild if you could just kind of have a hands-free conversation on the bike. So this is kind of the peak of the peninsula, and start heading back towards, you know, the mainland, I guess. I guess it's all mainland, but you know what I mean? The portion that is not the peninsula. And there's some nice views here for the next couple of minutes, and then it kind of goes back to forests and houses. Cute little houses, most of them. Oh, and of course another little beach here. That one's got a lot of seaweed on it, but kids don't care. I love that. Might get one last look at the ocean here before we get back up on the highway to head home. This road's gonna make a fool of me, I see. Oh, I can see it out there. There's some ocean over there. One last beach. I don't know how many of the beaches this is I've seen today on this ride, maybe 6 or 7. I do love coming down the South Shore. If you got kids or you just want to get away and get to see some sand and surf, lots and lots of options. Well, I think that's about it for the scenic stuff. We'll head back on the highway and we'll do my sign off from here. So thanks for spending a bit of time with me. If you have any comments about anything you've seen, leave a comment down below. Always happy to hear where people are riding and get their points of view on what I'm riding and what they're riding. If you got any tips or tricks for adjusting to the road glide from the street glide, then I'd love to hear it. Anyway, like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button so you always know when new material is coming out. and I'll try to do this a little bit more often. Anyway, take care and be safe out there.